Give it up for Ryan Roth. Helium, you guys having fun so far tonight? I love to hear it, guys. I love to hear it. My name is Ryan. It's a little bit different, and I come from what I think is one of the worst places in America. I'm from Muncie, Indiana. No, don't do that. That's terrible. Guys, if you don't know a lot about Muncie, Indiana, our two biggest exports are Schedule I drugs and two guys riding the same moped. I hate that place so much. I only go back for the big holidays so I can see my family and my friends, because that's important to me. But I have a lot of friends that live down here in Indianapolis with me, and they go back all the time, like 2 to 3 times a week. And that's just crazy to me. And what's funny is I just found a website called Homesick Candles. And what they do is they make candles that supposedly smell like your hometown. Yeah, so I was looking on there, some of the cities they had. It was like Birmingham, Alabama. Smelled like cotton and racism. Boston, Massachusetts was on there. That was another one. It just smelled like Tom Brady's asshole and racism. But once I got to Muncie, Indiana, it said it just smelled like Sudafed and a DUI. Guys, there's a lot going on in the world. Priorities are shifting. Things are more important. Masks are a big thing. I just thought I bought a cool Rorschach mask, but when it got to my house, it was just a picture of my parents fighting on it. I tried to call the company and get a refund, but they just told me to call a therapist. I don't know what that was about. But the masks are just so crazy to me. I don't get it. Like, it's divided us so much more than we already are. And people say, Ryan, I don't think we can get back to square one from this. I don't think there's any way back. I disagree. Have any of you ever been in a room full of white people when the cha-cha slide comes on? Oh, we love that shit. If we could just get a line in there, you know, like, right ear this time, left ear this time, everybody wear a mask. See? It would work! It would work. There would be white people cha-chaing in the streets as far as the eye could see with masks on. Guys, it would be absolutely beautiful. Oh, but like I said, priorities are shifting. You know, like, I think individually, everybody's priorities are starting to shift. One thing I've noticed is a lot of people are starting to reach out to family members that they haven't talked to in a long time. And that can be a hard thing. Everybody's got crazy in their family. Everybody's got an uncle who thinks the world's ran by reptile people. I'm not here to judge. Let me tell you guys a little bit about my crazy. Maybe you'll feel better about your own. My family was very much a holiday family. We got together around the holidays, not much else outside of that. But when the cousins got together, we would always hear stories of a distant cousin named Cliff. Now, Cliff went off to Vietnam, and he's a very real person. And when he came back, he was a little crazy town banana pants. A sad thing. But Cliff actually disappeared around the late 80s. And the last story that my family heard of him was there was a bar owner in North Carolina who opened his bar in the afternoon, and when he went to the kitchen, there was a man in a loincloth just passed out in the kitchen. That was my cousin Cliff. Bar owner wakes him up, he screams, shakes the bar owner, steals his motorcycle, drives off into the sunset. That was the last we heard of Cliff. Fast forward to me being a junior in high school. I get a message that I have a phone call. So I go down to the office, and it's my mom. And she's frantic. She says, Ryan, we found him. We found Cliff. Get home right now, and hangs up the phone. What the hell, Mom? So I get home, and my entire family is at my house, which is never a good thing. That's too many passive-aggressive comments under one roof for it not to be a holiday. But we did. We found Cliff. I couldn't believe it. We actually found him in a small town in Kentucky called Rabbit Hash, Kentucky. There's like 13 people that live in this town. There's like a crazy computer hacker that lives there. There's an old guy that looks like Yosemite Sam who hand makes these beautiful guns because, of course, he does. He's Yosemite Sam. But the reason we found him was they made a documentary about this town. And the reason they made this documentary was they needed a mayor. And if they didn't have a mayor, they were going to become unincorporated territory. They weren't going to be a town anymore. So they went through the election process, and it came down to 2 candidates. My cousin Cliff and a dog. And the dog won! That's my family, God. So the whole time we're watching this documentary, and we have not seen or heard from Cliff the entire time. And the narrator says, now let's hear from the man who lost to the dog. So my family gathers around the TV. We're excited. And there he is. There's Cliff. He's a broke-down old man, gray beard, white hair, but the shot of him is beautiful. It's a beautiful blue sky, trees behind him. He's looking off into the distance. It's stoic. He looks like an American hero. And he starts to open his mouth to speak, and my heart starts racing. I'm excited. I've never heard him speak. And he starts barking like a goddamn dog. Losing to the dog snapped. It was the last straw. He now thought he was a dog. And, you know, unfortunately, Cliff recently passed away. Well, actually, I should say the family decided to respect his wishes, and we had him put down around 560 in dog years. Guys, that has been my time. Thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you.